There's a new, well, I've been to one of the other locations. It's like, you've been with us? I'm like, no. So anyways, I'll give you guys a quick little, it's a little in shambles because this is already full. So either I get a third one or I fucking clean that shit up. And I got so much other shit to do. And even once I make, you know, all my investments, I've raised like over 140, 160K. I forgot how much. And I still got some other ones that might surprise me. But anyways, let's get this bring this down to my level. And that's the beautifulness about this. I'm going to do a review of this model laptop, this fucking thing. I don't know if it's the laptop or it's this thing, but if I go to my other laptop and I'm still having the same issues, then it's probably this thing. It's like a hit or miss when I record. You know, that arm, you know, how well it functions, stuff like that. This Samsung 1000-watt, you know, thing that I fucking... But I'm buying these two towers, which I already bought it once, but they have another model that's even more whatever. But anyway, so here we're gonna review, in a sense. Well, I'm only gonna review one, but let's see here. Where the hell does it say? Oh yeah, so this is the Animal Larry, and this is the Gorilla Glue. Let's make sure. Okay, good. Gorilla Puff. But we'll see. So, anyways, they provide you with these solid ceramic. Well, they're glass, but so it's pretty sexy, you know. They said they switched from their some other thing. Talking to the guy about. Look at it, he just came off. Oh yeah. So you see, I have two joints over there from. Anyways, fucking this Gorilla. Oh my god. Yep, that's Gorilla, all right. Now let's see if it's like bomb diggity. Usually, I used to weigh all this shit, but some of them you just can't tell. But anyway, so look at this beautiful jar. So now I'm not gonna keep it in my plastic or whatever. But all right, so what I like, you know, that my video for how to use the joint roller has actually been getting quite the views. I'm surprised. So I usually like to take the smaller buds or the buds that, you know, kind of like have a sticky-ish, or sticky meaning stick as in the stick. No sticks, no seats. Some of that sticky icky. Ooh wee. Put it in the air. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. Even though he's kind of, I guess, a hypocrite or sellout. This one's definitely a little moist. Probably I didn't show you guys how to clean these things out after they get, because once they get super resiny, you start seeing the resin here, it becomes very difficult to really grind this shit. So, and then I got a new phone, got the new Note 22 Ultra. Haven't got a case for it yet, so I got this guy. I have the other one over there, and I have this guy. You know, Samsung loyal. This is even the Samsung monitor right here. I guess I'm a Samsung Maxi. And about to get a whole new apartment. Not a whole new apartment, but I mean, sorry, I'm gonna move down. Same, you know, same, I guess, apartment, whatever, complex, but I'm just getting, luckily this place offers a townhouse option, basically. So you got your regular, you know, as you guys can see, my 5th floor up here, up in the penthouse, or as my buddy put it, and back when he used to live in the penthouse in Chicago, but it wasn't like, yeah, they on the elevator basically it said PH, and I'm like, oh, penthouse, you know, it's like, oh no, poorhouse. And it kind of sucked because they were on the top floor and they would get all the heat. It would always be hot up there because heat rises, right? So, and they don't have, I don't know if this place has Spancrete either, but maybe even if they did, I'm not sure if it still doesn't translate what's it called, the sound, because yeah, man, people say, oh, well, this place, they call it a luxury apartment, you know, because it has like, oh, it has the Nest, ooh, and it has the fucking Ring and whatever, and you know, there is no key for your door. It's all, you know, a digital padlock, which is great for, you know, for when you own a multifamily building. You don't have to rekey everything, and you know, people maybe come back and use the same key. So remember, this is what you do, as you just saw. Okay, so this is kind of like, this can be kind of like a double video where I teach you, where I'm doing the review of this Gorilla Puff from I don't know what they call it, float file, from Certera Therapeutics. They just opened one right down the street from me, and they said they've been open since June, but it's like it's been on a blind spot, and I haven't really Googled again because I figured there's only Fluent and I think Cannabis, and what's the other one? Cure Leaf. So I'm like, oh damn, like, so luckily I spotted it today and got some tacos, and I'm like, all right, on the way back, let me get this. So you gotta lick it before you stick it. Well, that one's definitely showing my age right there, even though people think I'm 26. All right, so usually I take a little bit out and just kind of semi-roll that bend, and I just keep the flat here because, you know, you want the full thing. Or you can just take a little bit too out, so you know, kind of, because the first part kind of just burns out really easily. Actually, this side's better, so we'll keep this side and we'll just burn that side. Okay, so, okay, man. So look at this. You just go number 3, plus number 1, number 2. Well, number 3 is supposed to be sit down when I need to, like, do stuff like this, and 2 is when I'm sitting down and need to type on my computer, and number 3 is for when I'm standing up here, as you can see, boom, boom, boom. Right, this keyboard kind of sucks. The battery doesn't last that long, so I got to turn it off and put it in my window during the day. This mouse is fucking baller. I've had many of the different models of that. Yeah, so, but yeah, like I said, I think I'm ready finally to. I already told the office that I want to move. And I barely ever turn this shit on. Cause here, let's see. So there's my new director's chair. I don't know. I don't like the light because it's having us light blurring through my thing or whatever. But anyways, yeah, I told the office that I'm ready to move into the 2-bedroom. You gotta get in this pocket when it's windy out here. I don't know, still too early. They got some fine ass women around here, man. There was a super fine one, like my super style that I like, you know, mixed girl, nice big curly hair. She was a little on the, you know, kind of on the, you know, she was borderline, almost too curvy for me, but she had a Rasta thing. I think I'll post a picture one of these days and I'll talk about it. But so anyways, yeah, I plan on living down there, 2-bedroom. You know, I got my own garage, even though I rent the garage there, and I have a parking underneath. But the parking underneath here, I wash my fucking Audi, and then I guess we'll call it Kit, because in that Busta Rhymes song, you know, he talks, you know, he has that. Yeah, basically he mentions the S5, and he's talking to it like it's Kit from, you know, Knight Rider. For some of you youngins who don't know, you know, he used to go, and I may install that in my Audi or the next car I have, where it goes, you know, the red light, the red LED goes, and yeah, most likely on the Aston Martin, for sure. But anyways, yeah. Still keeping that garage because that's more for like my business. So you know, I can park my car in there, and especially if I get the Aston earlier instead of ordering it. Anyways, long story short, I have a garage so that my car, when I wash it, I don't have a bunch of dust because of the stacking effect, where, you know, the heat's gonna pull that air in. I mean, air is gonna move anyways, but when these guys come with their blowers, they're also blowing all over the place, and so yeah, it just gets my car dusty. And I went to this one octopus car detailing. These motherfuckers charged me 40 some odd bucks just to do a rough outside cleaning. I was like, what? And you know, they're in yeah, there's a lot of gay guys and a lot of lesbians here too, but that's Orlando for you. Anyways, so I paid $40, and they didn't even do a good job. So I finally, I'm not one of those review guys, but I was like, man, this is bogus, you know? And I don't know what to complain. I'm just like, look, I'm just not going to come back to your business, you know? Just like these sugar babies. I fucking, you know, okay, you're going to charge me, you know, whatever. Yeah, whatever, $400, and your services suck. I'm not, whatever. Okay, cool. I'm not, you're going to lose out because I'm not going to call you often, you know? You're going to have to deal with losers that don't have options, and therefore they'll take your bullshit. But anyways, but then over down the street, I went to another one, paid $40, and they did everything inside out. And then even then, they before I left, they're like, okay, let's review everything. So I pinpointed everything. You gotta puff it, because if you don't, it'll go out. But yeah, so they reviewed everything, and they're like, so I'm like, oh yeah, take down the top. I told them, they missed that part, missed this part, and they had their dudes go over it. So I was like, I can't believe I paid $40 for this one, got top-notch service, but then I'm just like, it's not worth it. Maybe like once every 3 months, right? But it's not worth it because in Florida it rains. I mean, at least the outside. Okay, the inside's different, but the inside, I'm such a minimalist. There's very little things to wipe down, and I timed it myself. Like really cleaning my rims out pretty well. That only took me an hour basically to do everything myself. An hour, to my level of cleanliness, and I've been told I'm anal retentive and shit like that, and I don't know. I just like doing a thorough job. Not that there isn't times where I'm just like not feeling it, but if I locked in and I'm zoned in, man, like I'm just like hyper, and then you have a bunch of these chicks with their fucking boyfriends. They eye a motherfucker like if you guys would see your girlfriends. Now, it might, for me, this is one of those crucial questions you got to ask yourself, before you date somebody, and even just be a friend. But basically, are you a saver or a spender? And also, can I look at other people without you? Can I appreciate other people's beauty without you being, fucking, insecure about it? So on one hand, I give the girls who kind of, turned ahead so that, they don't look because they're around their boyfriend, so they're, I guess, showing respect. But there's a lot of girls that just, sometimes they do it blatantly in front of their boyfriend. They don't even fucking give a fuck, but, the boyfriend, like most of you dudes, again, this is just a bell curve, I know it, just a fact, but most of you dudes, you'll let it slide. Now, again, now, sure, some of them might be like, okay, I'm adding that to your checklist of like, so when I get money or I get more another option for whatever, work wife, whatever, I'm gonna do that, Now, for me, it's like, again, I'm coming from a perspective that long-term monogamy is not sustainable. I'm just enjoying the time as I'm experiencing it, and not putting this like, oh, you gotta be for me forever. And again, guys, remember, man, just like, and it's not even their fault. It's kind of a tragedy, especially if she's a good girl. But we age differently, and at one point, that's not to say that you may not age gracefully either. But I'm saying if you age gracefully, and women can't necessarily age. I mean, I've seen but a few, very few. But even then, that's what I'm saying. Even then, even if no matter how good she is to you, you are not gonna want to. You're gonna want other women, because sex is just like food. You cannot get all your sustenance from your favorite food, right? That's why sometimes we go fuck these whatever girls and we don't feel anything for them because there was just something different, So then we got this girl right here with her her boyfriend and shit. They pick up the garbage. She's with him pretty much every time. So now, is it because she's insecure, or he makes enough money doing that, or he can do more if she joins? I guess they have a daughter together because they look very similar. Yeah, basically a stick. Anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, so I'm not one of those people, uh, obviously as long as she doesn't go up to them, but again, it all depends. If I'm paying, it's different. If I'm not paying, whatever, then you're free to do whatever, because I'm like, okay, if I see a girl that I may want to get, well, if I'm with a girl now, right, that's why paying is nice. Is like, okay, well, because I'm paying you, okay, this is a business, so like, why am I gonna expect? Why is there loyalty? There can't be loyalty in that case, So the only thing that exists there is you meet payroll, you don't. So it's business. You can view. I like to view them as independent contractors. Period. And so that's why when they say, "Oh, you don't, I don't, you can't own me," it's like, I'm not trying to own you, man. Shit, I'm trying to rent. Basically, I'm trying to rent. So it's like, so since you put a rental price on you, then it's an open market. Okay, I see another beautiful girl. 90, 99, 98% chance that she's going to be like you. She's going to have a certain price. As that one story goes, like you ask a girl, how much for a night or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Or you start saying, how about 1,000 for a night? They're like, no. Then you say, 10 grand for a night. No, 20 grand. 50 grand. And basically what we just determined is that pretty much all of them have a price. Now, I think even if you were a millionaire or billionaire to pay that price, especially if you're a generally good-looking guy and you're generally young, that would just be stupid. But the whole point of the lesson is kind of like the husband store, right? That the women go in there, this husband does this, okay, next floor, they're never satisfied. They think there's always something fucking better instead of, appreciating. And ultimately, again, just understanding like, okay, because I want money, this is not love, this cannot be love. I can clearly work, because there are women doing it, right? The career women but they're trying to find a husband, right? But the point is, yeah, they can make it on their own. They can make it on their own. So why can't they pay for their own half? Why make it a de facto form of prostitution? So, yeah, the ones that are, I think, more actually have empathy, because if they were in our shoes, right, they would probably be doing the exact same thing. So the women that have empathy will understand that basically the best you can get for being that so-called perfect girlfriend is a severance package. That's it. So, just like a faithful employee, because she's going to have money to pay for young guys, as we're seeing reports already, because again, it's going to be ever-growing, it's growing, and it's growing to at least a palpable point where they're making articles about, like, don't come to Africa, or don't come here, don't come to whatever, seeking these young guys, these cougars and whatnot. So the tables turn. The tables turn. But of course, there's so many sex-starved dudes that, in a sense, women still win, in the sense that if they really wanted to, they would get a provider. They could get a client. He's probably not going to be attractive, right? He's probably not going to be in shit. Well, basically, yeah, he's basically not going to be attractive. Not even and obviously the finances are not necessarily there, but they're there enough for you, So, anyways, that's another neighbor here. So there's a bunch of them. There's like, it goes all the way over there, and like way back there. So, about to put a card in every. I already made the Facebook, but I can't put my flyers on their fucking areas. So I'm like, okay, next target is 500. It's just under 400. Oh yeah, just under 500 parking spots. It's here, and so gonna put a card. One side has to be black, so the security guards can't really catch it. So by morning, every car is basically tagged, and I'm gonna kind of crisscross. Some I'll do at the door, some I'll do on the windshield, and so forth and so on. But it's gorilla-ish, but it ain't the gorilla I've had in the past. Man, nothing lasts forever, man. So anyway, usually sometimes I don't do this, or when it gets to a smaller point, it's when I cut that off. Boom, boom, boom. So you see it gets a little messy over here. Eventually, I'll have a whole system, but as you build systems, you just build systems because of what you have around you, you know? Well, at least now you guys get to see this side of the scenario, this side of the world, when you guys see my future videos. May I do more of these? I'm not sure. I don't know. Meaning like, just wearing the GoPro and you guys seeing my POV and yeah. Peace out.